Understanding hypotheses. Now, this is very important because I've never seen any exam for psychology A level in well over 18 years which has not contained hypotheses in some way that you either have to write them or you need to analyze them. And I'm going to hope to give you some quite simple tips here and actual methods of doing this that will make it easy for you. So let's get started. So, when we are looking at aims, we are simply saying, what is this researcher aiming to study? So here's a very well-known field experimental method. Will people be more likely to help a stranger who drops papers in a quiet street or in a busy street? So here we are just saying, will they do this? Will they do that? There is no prediction. Therefore, that is the aim. When we go on to write an actual hypothesis, we must state this whole aim in a completely new way that has a prediction. And there are two main ways of doing this. So we can go two ways. We can have a directional or one-tailed hypothesis, or we can have a non-directional or two-tailed. A directional hypothesis would simply state the direction in which the prediction will go. Therefore, it would typically have words like more of this behaviour or less of this behaviour will occur. Non-directional or two-tailed would state there will be no specific direction to the prediction, so wouldn't typically have words like more or less in it. Here's some examples. So, more people will help a stranger who has dropped papers on a quiet street than on a busy street is directional. Why is that? Because we have the word more people. There will be a difference in the number of people who help a stranger who has dropped papers on a quiet street than on a busy street is non-directional. Why? Because we do not say whether more people will help or less people will help in any condition. We just say there will be a difference. So always begin a non-directional hype with these words. There will be a difference. That's going to help you. Just a little interlude here, really important point. An experimental hypothesis, not a correlational one, must contain an IV and a DV. Don't ever forget that. When you are writing them, please go back and check that you've got an IV and a DV in there. It's very important. Otherwise, you've not written a correct hypothesis. So, using John Bowlby's 44 These study, let's put it all into action. The aim was to look at the effects of deprivation on later behaviour. And if he had gone directional, which he probably didn't because it was a brand new area of research, he would have gone non-directional, it would have looked like this. Children who experience prolonged separation from their main caregivers as infants will exhibit more antisocial behaviour than children who have not experienced prolonged separation from their caregivers as infants. Sorry for those typos. The key word, of course, being more. Non-directional hypothesis for John Bowlby's study would have been something like this. There will be a difference in the amounts of antisocial behaviour exhibited by children who have experienced prolonged separation from their caregivers as infants and those who have not experienced such separation. So the key words being obviously there will be a difference. So that's the thing. There will be a difference in the amount of something is what you have to get in there. Now, the new A-level also has added in null hypes, and they're very simple, really. It's just a statement that any change in the DV due to manipulation of the IV is due to chance alone. So let's have a go writing one for John Bowlby's study. And again, there's a very simple method that I've got here that can help you never make a mistake with them. Here it is. So, for John Bowlby's study, we would say any difference in the amount of antisocial behaviour observed in children who have experienced long-term separation from early caregivers and those who have not will be due to chance alone. Now, the key word here is any difference, because you're not saying there will be a difference, you're saying any difference, and will be due to chance alone. So always begin here and always end here with these words, sandwich it in whatever your study is, and you can't go wrong. Okay, so I hope that was a very useful video for you, and I wish you all tons of luck. Goodbye for now.